Howie works his magic.
I still can't believe it, man. I was so hyped when I saw that.
Draft night, the Eagles come out with Jordan Davis, A.J. Brown, Cam,
Jurgens,
Nakobe who's going to be supposedly Jason Kelce's replacement.
Yeah.
Nakobe Dean. And there was like a tight end and another defensive end.
Kyron Johnson, linebacker from Kansas, and then Grant Calcaterra, tight end from SMU.
Never heard of him. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sure you guys are great guys, but never heard of them.
Sorry for the SMU fans out there.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Mustangs. But I'm not going to lie. I was losing my mind in a bad way when they picked Jurgens first.
Okay.
When they picked Jurgens, I was like, this was the perfect encapsulation of what it's like to be an Eagles fan. Is draft night with Howie Roseman. Is a guy falls to you that you're really expecting to get, and then they just pick some fucking center out of Nebraska.
So who did you want there?
No offense to Cam, I wanted Nakobe Dean.
Okay.
I was like,
gonna say
Nakobe Dean.
Yeah,
you draft a fucking linebacker.
Yeah.
He was the best defender on a national championship team that played in the SEC. Like, how do you not draft this guy?
Yeah.
And it felt like another case of like, oh, Howie Roseman overthinks this again and takes some like whatever. I respect to Cam Jurgens, like, hey, if you want to come on the podcast, feel free. But it's like, when Nakobe Dean was sitting right there, I thought that was going to be it. Nakobe Dean was going to be taken, and I take that back. Howie Roseman figured it out. 32 picks later. I don't know how.
I don't get it either.
And I think he said this, it was on WIP, 94 WIP. He said, like, a guy like Nakobe Dean, when he keeps falling, teams are like, okay, do they know something that we don't know? And then they kind of skip on him just out of fear. And that's where I give Howie Roseman a lot of credit, is like feeling out the draft and feeling who are teams going to take and who are teams not going to take. And also, credit to him for taking advantage of the Titans and getting A.J. Brown. Like, when's the last time we traded for a young receiver in his prime, pretty much, that's basically been healthy? I know he missed 3-4 games last year, missed a couple of games here or there of his first 2 years, but like, he's 2 out of 3 1,000-yard seasons. You give him those 4 years, he's shattering 1,000 yards. Yeah. Pair that with Devontae Smith, and it's like, holy fuck! Like, we have a high-powered offense, possibly. Like, I don't know. Like, what did you think was like? Because there was a lot coming out of this draft. There was like, Eagles finally get a linebacker. Yeah. Jordan Davis is an athletic freak. How is he going to fit into the defensive rotation? Yeah. And then A.J. Brown. Like, what do you think was the most important takeaway out of draft night?
That I thought our biggest need going into the draft was going to be to find a defensive back. Right? Yeah. And I know that you weren't high on Kyle Hamilton because I talked to you earlier in that day.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Sorry,
but I was. And I remember like sitting there, getting ready for the pick, and I was on Instagram and I saw like the Eagles select Jordan Davis, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of pissed off at first.
A lot of people were.
I was like, I don't know how I feel. Like, he was a good, obviously he had a great, year at Georgia, and he's an absolute freak of an athlete. But I thought they were gonna go with a guy like Kyle Hamilton. Yeah. He ended up going a pick later, but looking back on it, it might have just been like the fact that we got A.J. Brown 30 minutes later.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm not as opposed to it as I was in the beginning.
So, I think with the Jordan Davis situation, like, he's not. People are going to look at his college stats and be like, this guy only had 2 sacks, whatever it was. Yeah. And be like, why the fuck would we take this dude when Kyle Hamilton was right there? Like, I just personally don't think if you draft Kyle Hamilton, I don't think he makes that much of an impact immediately. Whereas Jordan Davis not only gets to learn from Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave in the long run, but in the short run, he's going to rotate with those guys. He's going to stay fresh.
And I think I would have liked it more if we ended up not re-signing Fletcher Cox, because that would have been like his replacement. But in a way, I'm just kind of like.
But I think it is smart though, because like I don't think you can throw in Davis like right away and just be like, hey, go after.
I guess
like that first game against Washington is going to be crazy because like Carson Wentz and everything like that. And I think it's like the Giants' offensive line. It's not stellar, but it's gotten better slowly over the years. Yeah. And like I think it's tough to throw a rookie into a situation like that, especially with Gannon's defense, to be like, hey, go after the quarterback, and and I think he'll benefit from learning those guys. Yeah. With the A.J. Brown thing, like if Jalen Hurts doesn't put up some numbers, like
He's got no excuses now.
what is the ideal record that we're shooting for now? Because like now I feel like the pressure's on to make playoffs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to like.
Well,
I'll go. 11?
11-6.
11-6.
I think that's
To be the baseline.
I think that's within reason. I would shoot for more 10-7.
Okay.
I think division-wise, they could easily
They have
go.
to win the division, please.
Oh, they'll. I think they'll win the division.
No
I'm
more
not-
Cowboys. I've had enough.